If your relationship and being in a relationship with somebody is contingent on them taking advantage of you, that is the only way that it can work. Mm-hmm. You need to leave that relationship. If that's the only tie that's holding your relationship together, is them taking advantage of you. Yeah. If they feel like they can't take advantage of you, then they can't be with you. Mm-hmm. It's time to leave that relationship. It's not serving you at all. Yeah. It's serving them, or the little that it is serving you is not even compared to how much you're being taken advantage of. Mm-hmm. And you know what that does? That lowers the value of you. Yeah. Like it lowers the value of who you are, and you're letting somebody lower your value and tell you you're not valuable enough to have everything that you feel like you should have, that you're only deserving of this little bit. Mm-hmm. You don't have a high enough value for me to give you anything else. Yeah. So if I can't get you or this place for $400 a month, I'm not going to stay. Mm-hmm. You're getting taken advantage of. Mm-hmm. You are $1 million mansion, but you letting this man rent you for $400. And then he's telling you, if I can't pay $400, I ain't gonna stay here. In reality, most people be like, "Oh, bye. I can find a tenant who pay much higher my actual worth." Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But you just don't want to have the place empty. Yeah. So you letting this man pay little to nothing. Yep. To stay here. Mm-hmm. You're dropping the value. Yeah. And then what that person gonna do when they're there? People who perceive something to be of a lower value treat it as a lower value. That's right. So they're going to go up in there and mess up the place. Mm-hmm. He's playing so many games with you that's going to end up being something that could probably lead to trauma that's going to affect future relationships. Yep. Then when you finally get rid of that tenant and you find a new one, they're going to look at you and be like, wow, the inside of this joint is jacked up. Yeah, they speak. And they're going to be like, I like the outside, the package, but when I start digging into the inside, looking around, I don't know if it was a person that was here before, but they didn't treat this right. Yep. And it's not looking like how I would imagine for somebody who is a big spender in that sense and has high value that can match what you have and what you feel like you could offer. They're going to look at that and be like, nah, I can't do that. Yeah. And that's all because you let somebody who perceive you to have a lower value into your space and keep doing that stuff and take advantage of you. So if you take it outside the relationship, like I said, if you are $1 million mansion, you're not letting somebody rent that out for $400. They're taking advantage of you. So take that in the same relationship. If you are someone of high value, you feel like you're great, you have amazing value, you bring a lot to the table. Don't let somebody stay with you or in that relationship doing the bare minimum. Yeah. They don't deserve you.
They don't. And please don't misconstrue, because Lord, that was so good, Dre. That was nail on the head. When we use terms like high value, when we're talking about that, we not trying to be in the toxic relationship sphere of only talking about physicality, right? No. Because how you determine your value around letting someone like live in your house for free, it has nothing to do with if you tall, light skin, short, tight body. We're not talking about that. It is essentially saying, if you know this doesn't feel good to you, you know that this person is not meeting you at your requirement, because we all get to have those for ourselves. You have to be more passionate about letting them go than letting them damage you by keeping them around. That's what you're saying. Yeah. You have to be more passionate about what you know. I don't deserve a man to lay up in my house, not give me a relationship, and not actually contribute to the household.
For sure.
I don't deserve that.
I'm saying there are places that are $400 and that person should live at those places.
He should go there.
Yeah, where the value is lower.
For sure.
Where we at right here is higher.
Exactly.
And what the thing is that a lot of times, and I still using this real estate analogy, is that if you push somebody on, no, I'm not dropping below this. Mm-hmm. This is where I stand. Mm-hmm. This is where I'm going to be. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm going to do. You'll be surprised. Sometimes people will do the work in order to get to that place. Mm-hmm. Just like a place, I can't afford this, but if I save up and do the things I need to do, get my credit right. Like, how many people repair their credit, do all these things to become eligible
to buy a house,
to buy something that's of a higher value than what they would have been able to afford if they didn't have their crap together. So keep your value high. Yeah. Keep your value at where it's supposed to be at, because you don't want to lower it to get to people. Mm-hmm. You want people to raise their self to get to you.
That's right. That's right. For sure. Your value in this scenario, you talk. So your baby hit the table.